Hey guys, what's up? It's SpazticGAmer, aka Conception, and today I'm going to be reviewing Borderlands for the PC. Borderlands is a game that came out in 2009, developed by Gearbox for the Xbox 360, PC, and I'm unsure whether or not it came out for the PlayStation 3. I think it may have, but I'm not completely sure. Obviously, the PC version, you have some added benefits of higher resolution textures and better frame rates and things, as well as more precision controlling, but that's every PC game. So, let's get into the review. Now, we're going to start off with the graphics, sound, and the presentation of the game. The overall presentation of the game is nice, however, the graphics are pretty good, actually. I really like the art style in this game, especially the use of cell shading and the way they do shadows, and it really presents well in this type of game anyway, the art style, because it really enhances the mood that it's kind of, you know, a post-apocalyptic, kind of unrealistic type of game. However, there's a couple technical glitches, but nothing too bad. You do have slight clipping issues, but most of it has been fixed for the most part. So nothing really too bad with the textures or the graphics as a whole. The shadows in this game are particularly nice, especially the way they use the lighting and the real-time shadows. So other than that, graphics are decent. The animations are kind of lacking in this game. The animations at a base look good, however the problem is every gun seems to use the same animation. So, you know, when you pull out a sniper rifle, every sniper rifle has the same, you know, animation when you pull it out or when you reload or whatnot. So that's kind of a bummer, but hey, there's so many weapons in this game, I can understand why. Because, you know, if they had a skin and make a new animation for each weapon, they would have been doing this forever. So they kind of just took a base animation and a base skin and they kind of recolored it, you know, added some different things for different weapons, but overall, you know, all the skins are generally the same. As you can see here, I'm trying to kill some enemies here. I'm probably going to get on whatever, yeah. And this is a pretty good system. Before I finish talking about the graphics, I'm just going to say that when you get down here, you do have an opportunity to fight, and if you kill the enemy before that little health bar at the bottom left of your screen goes down, you get this thing called second wind. I'll try to do that in a moment here, but and if you don't, well, you simply respawn. So yeah, where was I? The animations are pretty decent, nothing too bad. They're not great, but they get the job. The sound in this game is decent, but not the best. Weapon sounds sound kind of weak and not as really powerful as they should, and the ambient noise or the background music really isn't that great. However, the voice acting in this game is some of the best voice acting I've seen. Every character has a distinct personality, and they're all very humorous and really fun to listen to. The game does support a multiplayer feature as well, so that you can play with your friends online, and it has difficulty scaling, so that if you have, let's say, you know, 4 people, it's going to be more difficult than, you know, it's going to scale the enemy's difficulty so that, you know, it's equally challenging on no matter how many players you have, and it's not just going to make it so easy with 4 people, so that's not a bad thing. Where this game starts to fall flat, though, is the actual gameplay. Now, at a base, you know, this looks like a good game, and it really tries to combine some RPG and FPS elements into a really fun game. However, there are problems with the game, and the fact is it just gets boring and the plot never really develops. And by that I mean through a large portion of the game, you are very bored and really kind of forget about the storyline, which is actually you are a treasure hunter in search of a vault that will give you, it'll give you basically everything a man would want, you know, wealth, women, power, money, anything that one could want. And your goal is to basically try to find this vault and, you know, unlock the gifts inside of it for you. However, you are told that you have to do this by going on just random side quests and killing certain individuals, basically because you need the help of other individuals, so you have to do this. And the game really starts to feel like a ridiculously long fetch quest, and the fact is the story never really develops completely until the very end, at which point, you know, it feels very rushed in the development, so it has a very uneven pacing scheme. I'm going to be honest, through a large portion of the game I basically forgot about the story in general, so yeah, it's kind of a forgetful story. Another problem with the game is it seems that throughout the game, you know, obviously because it has RPG elements, you know, you're told to level up your character and find new weapons and trade weapons and stuff, similar to things you would do in the games like Fallout and stuff. However, it's such a basic RPG system that your main goal for the game goes like this: kill enemies or do quests, find new weapons out in the area, sell your old weapons, buy new weapons or find new weapons, you know. Then once you do that, you move on to the next area and you repeat, and you do this basically for a very long time until the end of the game, at which point somewhere towards the end your character becomes so powerful that it's basically impossible to be killed by the non-playable, you know, mobs, at which point you can just begin to basically one-hit them all to death. And so yeah, that's kind of crappy. Now I just started a fight with a level 10 and 11 boss here like an idiot, but other than that, yeah, the story doesn't really ever develop. Overall, my takes on this game is it's a decent game. It has good graphics. And, you know, it's good for a 1 to 2 time playthrough. However, the game does become pretty boring and really never, you know, the story never really develops. So, you know, it's more fun with friends than it is single player wise. And the fact is that you will get bored of this game eventually, like any other game, except there's no competitive multiplayer feature. So that kind of amples the effects of it being co-op and things. Overall, I give Borderlands a 6.5 out of 10. The graphics are really good, the sound is decent. However, it just lacks a lot of gameplay features. You know, nothing is bad, and nothing isn't. There's no like problems with the basic gameplay or the mechanics. There's just the game isn't very fun after a while. It doesn't have a lot of replayability, so you know, I'll give it a 6.5 out of 10. Good for a few time playthroughs, but not really good after you play it once or twice. So this has been a video review. Thanks for watching.